Back in 1966, a communist from Mozambique walked into South Africa's parliament and assassinated the country's prime minister, Hendrik Verwoerd. He didn't run, he didn't hide, he just did it. But what's even more wild, almost no one talks about him today. His name was Dmitri Tsafendas, and his life story is one of the most complex, buried, and misunderstood chapters in South African history. Dmitri was born in Mozambique in 1918. His father was white and Greek, his mother was black and Mozambican. That meant Dmitri was classified as colored, and in those days, that meant he did not belong to any country. From a young age, he was drawn to politics, especially leftist movement. He became a communist early on. By the time he was 20, the Mozambican police placed him under investigation for his political beliefs. He left the country, sneaking into South Africa in 1939 and joining the South African Communist Party. And then he went to the United States, but he was deported for being a communist. When Dmitri finally returned to South Africa, apartheid was in full swing, and Verwoerd, the prime minister, was the man most responsible for it. He was known as the architect of the apartheid. Dmitri hated him, but his first idea was not to kill him. Originally, he planned to kidnap Verwoerd, but his comrades at the SACP didn't want to help. So Dmitri made a decision. He would do it himself. On September 6, 1966, Dmitri was working as a parliamentary messenger. That meant he had access to the floor of the parliament and to the prime minister. That day, he walked up behind Verwoerd during a session and stabbed him 4 times in the neck and chest with a hidden knife. Verwoerd died on the spot. After the incident, Dmitri didn't try to escape. He was arrested on the spot. Inside South Africa, the government was quick to label Dmitri as insane, but outside of South Africa, the reaction was very different. Kenya's Minister of Defense said, "I hope the stabbing is successful. It would be a good thing." Joshua Nkomo from Zimbabwe said the attack proved how vulnerable the apartheid system really was. In Nigeria and Uganda, people literally danced in the streets when they heard the news. Dmitri spent the next 33 years in detention. He was held in isolation for most of it, but before he died, Dmitri was visited by 2 priests, and he told them something that honestly explains why he did what he did better than anything else. He said, "Every day you see a man you know committing a very serious crime for which millions of people suffer. You cannot take him to court or report him to police because he is the law in the country. Would you remain silent and let him continue with his crime, or would you do something to stop him?" Dmitri was a complicated figure. He wasn't perfect. He had mental health issues. He operated alone. Whether you agree with his actions or not, one thing's clear: he changed history, and it's time more people knew his name.